first part that is something that we've known for decades in terms of leadership development. We would tell people that they need to be consistent. So that's the first thing. In your leadership practices, you manifest a consistency, and that consistency is not that you're doing exactly the same thing all the time. It's more consistency in terms of your values, what you're transmitting as your priorities. So best interest of students becomes apparent repeatedly by what you say, what you do, and how you carry out things. So start with Jerry Starrett's advice to be sensitive to the notions of ethic of justice, ethic of care, ethic of critique. Now there are other ways of doing it, but those are well known, easily read. You can read about them, and it's as good a way to start as any. What I typically advise students is to begin with ethic of critique. So in order to be sensitive to the situation, ask yourself, all right, who are the stakeholders in this situation? And watch particularly for people who are silenced or don't have a voice or have been excluded. Matter of fact, I think it helps to develop a contrary orientation to this and ask yourself, and always be asking yourself, all right, who's been left out here? Be critical, literally, as a starting point. You don't necessarily spend a whole lot of time there, but you might have to depending on what you discover. So that's absolutely the start. So there's your ethic critique. What are the other perspectives, particularly the ones that are silenced, the ones that have no voice? The second step would be, I would recommend moving to the ethic of care. And in that context, it's not just feeling good and being concerned with humanity. That's absolutely essential. It's looking for the human need level in the situation. But it can also be fairly rationally executed. So, for example, if you are aware of what Hodgkinson calls the motivational basis, personal preference, consensus, consequences, and transrational values, and in your assessment of the people who are involved in the situation, ask yourself, at what level are they operating? Is this a self-interest, or is this a focus on what society wants, or are they operating at a faith level? And you can do the same thing for yourself in terms of your reaction to a situation. Where's my agenda here? Am I reacting personally, professionally? Is this a selfish agenda and I'm dressing it up as something else? So those are really good tools for making sure that you act in an ethical way.